Football is a beautiful sport and the fans often adore the players that play for the clubs they support. But there are some players whom football fans loathe and disgust due to various reasons. One of such reasons is that a player might leave his current club for a rival, leading to the fans labeling them as snakes. Today we'll be discussing about such snakes who are still hated to this day by some fans. Before I start, I just wanted to let you all know that I can't include too many players in one video. So if I have missed any player, you can let me know in the comments and I'll make a part 2. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's get right into the video. Robin van Persie. Robin van Persie was an incredible player for all the clubs that he played for. He was known for his lethal finishing, intelligent positioning and incredible vision. He started his career at the Dutch club Feyenoord, where he was played as a winger for majority of his time there. Many clubs had their eyes on him as he showed incredible potential at such a young age and was also named as the Dutch Football Talent of the Year. Things went sour real quick, as in the 2002-2003 season, Van Persie fell out of favour due to his beef with then manager Bert van Marwijk. Bert didn't like Van Persie's attitude and body language, and due to this Van Persie wasn't given enough game time in the 2002-03 and the 2003-04 season as well. So when Arsenal came swooping in, Van Persie happily went to London. At Arsenal, Van Persie became a star player by scoring a combined total of 96 goals in 194 appearances. Arsene Wenger had converted him into a striker, and with the departure of Thierry Henry to Barcelona, Robin van Persie became the main man at Arsenal. Although his time there was marked by injuries, he had become an Arsenal legend. But everything fell apart after he made a shocking move to Man United in the 2011-12 season. Arsenal fans felt betrayed. Robin was made the captain in the previous season itself, and watching their captain and talisman leave them for their rivals filled their heart with hatred and sorrow. Robin van Persie stated that his move was imminent as Arsenal and Wenger had refused to offer him an improved new deal, and he felt that Arsenal was tired of him. On 22nd April 2013, he scored a hat-trick in the first half for Man United against Aston Villa, securing their 20th league title. This really felt bitter for Arsenal fans, and many of them to this day feel disappointed in him. Sol Campbell. Sol Campbell was an amazing and legendary defender. He is what people consider a generational defender. He started his career at Tottenham Hotspur and stayed there for 9 years. He captained that Spurs side to a League Cup final where they eventually lost against Leicester. In 2001, Sol Campbell moved from Tottenham to their North London rivals Arsenal, and it was a decision that changed his life forever. He had agreed to join Arsenal after his contract with Spurs had expired, and to add fuel to the fire, he publicly announced that he was gonna stay at Spurs by extending his contract. To this day, Arsenal fans label him as the Judas of football. At Arsenal, he won 2 Premier League titles and reached 1 Champions League final, where he scored a goal but eventually lost 2-1 to Barcelona after that last-minute Belletti goal. He had a very good career but is always labelled as a traitor, which never let him get the credit he truly deserved for his talent. Luis Figo. Okay, Luis Figo's story is well known, so I'll keep it short and brief. Luis Figo was a very talented player and he joined Barcelona in 1995 and stayed there for 5 years, scoring 30 goals for the Blaugrana side. In the year 2000, he made a bet with Florentino Perez, thinking that it would earn him quick money. The bet was that if Perez wins Real Madrid presidential elections, Figo had to sign for Madrid, and if not, he would be paid a huge amount. Figo thought that Perez becoming a president was a long shot, but to his dismay, Perez became the president of Los Blancos, which eventually culminated in him moving to Madrid for 62 million euros in the year 2000, which was a record fee at that time. In the same year, he won the Ballon d'Or, which was mostly for the time he played for Barcelona. Barcelona fans were staggered by his move. They were filled with rage. In the El Clasico, they threw pig heads at him, showing him their dissatisfaction and disgust towards him. To this day, he is considered as one of the biggest traitors in the entire football history. Emmanuel Adebayor. Who remembers that goal celebration by Adebayor against Arsenal? That was shocking and very disrespectful. If you don't know the context, you will in a few moments. Adebayor is a former Togolese player who had a lot of potential. While playing for a local team in his country, he was scouted by Mets and eventually bought by them in 1999. He played in both League 1 and League 2, where he showed his class by scoring 13 goals in 34 league matches, which eventually prompted a summer move in 2003 to Monaco. With Monaco, Adebayor reached the 2004 UCL final, where he was benched for the entirety of the game. Monaco lost 3-0 to the famous treble-winning Porto side under Jose Mourinho. 2 years later, Arsenal paid €3 million to sign Adebayor, where he succeeded to reach yet another Champions League final, but again lost to Barcelona. Adebayor had a good stint at Arsenal as he managed to score 46 goals in 104 appearances. He was linked to many big clubs like Barcelona, Milan, Real Madrid, but eventually City managed to steal his signature. On 18 July 2009, Adebayor signed a 5-year deal with Manchester City for a transfer fee believed to be €25 million. This move was very controversial as many claimed that Adebayor didn't care about being loyal and only chased after the money that was being offered to him. Some sources say that Arsene Wenger apparently told Adebayor to leave due to him using his transfer offers to increase his status and pay at Arsenal. Gradually, though, the fire around his transfer died down, but his one move made him the most hated player in football history. This move that I am talking about of his is his goal celebration. Adebayor scored for Manchester City against Arsenal in the Premier League match, where he ran all the way to the Arsenal supporters and celebrated in front of them. This act was seen as disgusting and unsportsmanlike act. Adebayor is considered as one of the biggest snakes in Premier League, even though he publicly apologized for his goal celebration. Man, that goal celebration was very disrespectful. Number 5. Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole is considered as one of the best left backs the Premier League has ever seen. Ashley Cole was an Arsenal youth product. He had joined the academy when he was just a boy, and he showed great potential there. His Premier League debut came on 14th May 2000 against Newcastle. Since he was young and inexperienced, he was sent out on loan to Crystal Palace. He was soon called back as Arsenal were in a desperate need for a left back due to Silvinho's injury. Ever since then, Cole had become the first choice left back for Arsenal. Cole was a part of an Arsenal side that won 2 Premier League titles and 3 FA Cups. He was also a member of the 2003-2004 Invincible squad. In 2005, while under contract with Arsenal, Cole was involved in a tampering scandal. Ashley Cole and his agent secretly met at the London hotel to negotiate a contract for him to join Chelsea. And because Ashley Cole was still under contract with Arsenal, he was found guilty of breach of Premier League rules and he was fined €100,000. Chelsea and the others present at the meeting were fined as well. This incident was met with a lot of hate from Arsenal fans, as Chelsea was not just a rival club, but the audacity that Cole had to secretly negotiate a deal angered them. Finally, Chelsea had civil and official talks with Cole in 2006, where Cole moved to Chelsea, and this deal was announced 2 hours after the end of the transfer window. This angered Arsenal fans even more. Apparently, before Chelsea came with their official bid, Arsenal had offered Cole a longer contract to stay at the club, but he was left trembling with anger when they offered him low wages, which made him want to leave even more. Arsenal fans dubbed him as Cashley Cole and made fake £20 notes with his face on it. Ashley went on to have an amazing career at Chelsea, but to Arsenal fans, he will always be a villain. So that's it for today's video. There were many players to choose from, but I finally decided to choose these players, and I now realize that most of them mentioned here are more like Arsenal snake. So I apologize to all the Arsenal supporters out there. Feel free to let me know any other players and I'll make a part 2 of this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day and see you in the next video.